Shalom friends, and welcome to our channel. Pesach is just a few weeks away, and so today we're going to look at 8 tips to help us get ready. Tip number 1, take time off from work. This is a biblical command as we read in Vayikra 23:4-7. It says, "These are the Lord's appointed festivals, the sacred assemblies you are to proclaim at their appointed times." The Lord's Passover begins at twilight on the 14th day of the first month. On the 15th day of that month, the Lord's festival of unleavened bread begins. For 7 days you must eat bread made without yeast. On the first day, hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work. For 7 days, present a food offering to the Lord, and on the 7th day, hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work. So, this year, Pesach begins in the evening of Wednesday, April 5, through to the evening of Thursday, April 13. It means that from the evening of April 5 through to the evening of April 6, it is a Sabbath. And it also means that on the evening of April 12 through to the evening of April 13, it's also a Sabbath. So we do no regular work. If you need to take time off from work, now is the time when you should apply for these days. Now, halakhically, according to Jewish law, Passover is divided into 2 parts. The first 2 days and the last 2 days of Passover are considered holidays. So if you're able to get the first 2 days off and the last 2 days off, then go right ahead. But if you're not able to get the first 2 days off or the last 2 days off, you should, based on biblical command, take the first day and the last day off. Now, the middle 4 days during Passover are called Kol HaMoed, which literally means weekday of the holiday. And so all forms of work are permitted during these days. If you have any questions or need clarification on the calendar and how it works for Pesach, please email us at the address in the description box below.
Tip number 2, start your Passover cleaning. Phase 1. Start your Passover cleaning. That way you can set aside a Hummus-free area to store all your Passover purchases. This first phase of Passover cleaning begins in the living and storage areas, such as bedrooms, guest rooms, playrooms, etc. And ladies, remember to check those handbags. After cleaning these areas, be sure to make them no eating zones. By doing this, you can be certain that these areas are Hummus free, and they can be potentially used to store items as you clean other rooms in the house. Tip number 3, meal plans. Don't leave your Passover dining to chance. Plan Passover menus in advance and don't stop with the seders. It's an 8-day holiday, so you can begin to cook and freeze some of your meals, after you have cleaned your fridge, of course, to make it easier during the holiday. And be sure to stick to your meal plans when shopping for Passover perishables.
And now we're on to tip number 4, start shopping. Separate your shopping list into 2, perishables and non-perishables. Start shopping for non-perishable foods such as matzah, cake mix, potato starch early, and designate a separate pantry or container to store these items. If you don't have room to create a separate pantry for Passover food, start to remove your Hummus foods out of your newly assigned Passover food area. So maybe you could put your Hummus items in a bag and take them out of certain cupboard spaces. And then you can clean that area and put your newly purchased Passover items in there. Now is also the time to familiarize yourself with items and brands that are kosher for Passover year-round, so you are not limited to expensive Passover brands. Talking about Passover kosher brands, let's look at the Heksher. When you shop for Passover foods, look for the labels saying kosher for Passover or may be used for Passover or kosher for Passover all year round. So you're looking for the Heksher that says either K with a small p next to it, or U with a small p next to it, or anything that says kosher for Passover, especially when it comes on to matzah, because matzah is not always kosher for Passover. There are some matzah breads that are not kosher for Passover, so be sure to check the labels. Remember, during Passover, we cannot eat anything that has come in contact with leaven or yeast.
Tip number 5, cleaning, phase 2. About 10 days before Passover is the time to really clean house and stop shopping for non-Passover foods. Clean the dining room, break front, the fridge, and the freezer. Stop shopping for chametz. Now, clean other areas of the house like laundry rooms, offices, and hallways. Many of these are low traffic areas with little chametz contact, so deep cleaning may not really be necessary. Tip number 6, clean the car. Think your house has chametz? Check out your car. Now may be the time for professional car detailing. Now, how to do Passover car cleaning? We focus on areas such as the carpets, upholstery, seat belts, car seats, and hard surfaces. And a great tip to remember is at this time, we cease from eating in our cars so as to keep it chametz free. Tip number 7, cleaning, final phase. Your fridge is clean. Now it is time to clean the rest of your kitchen for Passover. Clean your kitchen including appliances, cabinets, chairs, countertops, floors, garbage cans, dishwasher, high chairs, oven, your phone, sink, stovetop, and your table. As with all cleaning projects, starting from high places and moving down makes cleaning easier. It's now or never. This is the week, a week before when all your Passover prep comes together. This is the final cleaning phase, and your vacuum cleaner is going to be running all week long. Go over all the bedrooms, living spaces, offices, the dining room, kitchen, and every possible area that needs to be vacuumed.
Tip number 8, the final search for chametz. On the night before Pesach, it is customary for us to do one final walkthrough to ensure that we got all the chametz. And now for a bonus tip. Do not be overwhelmed. Let's take this preparation one step at a time, especially if you're new to Pesach. You do not have to get everything right. Also, remember that Pesach is a time when we focus on the beauty of God's redemption of his people out of Egypt. And of course, we look forward to the final redemption in the Messianic era. Preparing our homes should add to this wonderful time, not detract from it. So again, do not become stressed and overwhelmed by the process. Now, if you are new to Pesach, there are many videos on this channel that you will find useful. The links are in the description box.
Be sure to email us at bethlehem8@gmail.com with any questions that you may have.
Also, if you found this information useful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you have not yet done so. Also, remember to hit the notification bell so that you will be informed every time there is a new upload. Thanks for watching!